Good morning. We're ready to show you this morning how to mix your Immunocal. First, if you're making one pouch, just take the pouch and shake it down. That way all the fine powder goes to the bottom. You can tear the top of the pouch off and empty it into a cup, just like this. The method that we're using is called the gravy method. We're going to tap, tap, tap on the bottom of the pouch to get all the fine powder out into your glass so that you can enjoy it and stay healthy. Set your pouch aside because we'll tell you what to do with that later. Next, you're going to take your favorite juice. Orange juice works well with Immunocal regular. 1 tablespoon of liquid is all we're going to add. Then we're going to take either a spoon or a fork or knife, or we can use the handle of that instrument, or we can use a chopstick. I prefer using a chopstick, so if you have one on hand, use the handle of a chopstick. This, as you can see, will help you to create a thin paste of the product mixed with a little bit of liquid. If you're diabetic and you're just mixing this, for instance, with water, a little squirt of lemon and stevia, you would do it the same way. Just mix it with 1 tablespoon of water. Basically, 1 tablespoon of liquid is what you're going to do. Now, as you can see, it's a nice, smooth, thin paste if you do it with 1 tablespoon of liquid. Next, you'll just pour a little bit more liquid in there. Now, if you're trying to really, watch your intake of sugar, you can just pour even 1/4 of a cup. If not, you can pour a little bit more juice, or you can go over and fill the rest of your cup with a little bit of water. And drink it down just like that. So that is mixing 1 pouch of regular Immunocal, the original Immunocal, with liquid. Next, we're going to show you how to do 2 pouches, because many people are taking at least 2 pouches a day. Shake it down again, just as we did before, to get all the fine powder to go to the bottom, as some of it does come up during shipping. You can tear the top off or cut the top off. And I'm just using these glasses because you can see actually what I'm doing. Tap, tap, tap to get all the powder out. You don't want to waste any of this wonderful nutraceutical. And set your pouches aside. Now, since we're mixing 2 at once, which is generally all you will mix at one time, you're going to take 2 tablespoons of liquid. Okay, just 2. And once again, you can use the handle of a spoon, something smooth, not the prongs of a fork. It's going to stick to the prongs of a fork and be very messy. Now, if you're making 2, you can see that if you use a taller glass, the powder will not get all over your countertop. Now, what I normally do, when I make my 2 platinum a day, I make it just like this, and I'll add just a little bit more juice. Like so. Because we're all watching our intakes of sugar. Now, of course, you can drink it just like this, but what I do is, I just basically go over and put in some more water. And then, I generally will add 2 tablespoons of ground flax meal, which gives me even more of the great omega-3s that we all need. And, of course, helps your regularity. So I'll add that 2 tablespoons of flax meal to this, and then I'll take my vitamin and mineral supplement, my calcium, my omega-3, and any other pills that I'm taking at the time, any other vitamin and mineral supplement pills that I'm taking. And just drink it down just like that. So there you have it. Now, what do you do with these pouches? What I do is, at night before I go to bed, I take my cherry concentrate from Immunotech. which helps me with my natural levels of melatonin. And so I take a tablespoon of cherry concentrate or 2 with just a little bit of water in a glass. That will help me have a good deep sleep. Then I go and I floss my teeth. I brush my teeth with the Immunocal toothpaste. And then I take one of these pouches and just put about a tablespoon of water in it, shake it up, and then I rinse my mouth out, just like that, with the residue from the pouch. So this is my mouthwash at night to keep my gums nice and healthy. Of course, Immunocal will help you do that as well, but just a little tip that you might want to make use of. Of course, you can mix Immunocal with applesauce or yogurt as well, but this is the general way that we do it. You can use a shaker cup, but when you use your shaker cup, I will advise you to put your liquid in the cup first, just 1 ounce. You'll have a little line on the cup where you fill your cup with the liquid, and then add your Immunocal on top of that. Shake the cup vigorously. Then let the cup sit with the Immunocal in it for at least 1 minute. Then pick it up, shake it again before you ever take the top off. Shake it again. And then after that, add a little bit more juice or juice and water, and then you'll be fine. This is the preferred method because for many individuals, because it creates less foam than using a shaker cup, and it also creates less lumps. But if you're like my granddaughter was when she was young, she used to say, "Grandma, don't get rid of the lumps. I like to chew on them." So if you like to chew on lumps, I advise you to go ahead and use the shaker cup. But if you like it nice and smooth, I would advise you to use the gravy method. However, the one thing you cannot do is use a high-speed blender, because that will destroy the bioactive ingredients in your Immunocal. One way or another, you just want to get the Immunocal in your body. Also, in the morning is the best time to take your Immunocal, and generally best on an empty stomach. You can take it with a piece of toast or some fruit is fine, but generally take your Immunocal away from other proteins so that it can absorb into your system and do the work that it was intended to do. I don't think I've forgotten anything, but I thank you for tuning in today, and I hope that you and your family and everyone you love and care about will be drinking this wonderful product for a longer, healthier, happier life. Thank you. The other thing that I forgot, the other thing that I forgot is that you do not mix Immunocal with anything hot. Room temperature or out of the fridge is fine, but with nothing hot. The heat also destroys the bioactive ingredients in Immunocal because this is an undenatured whey protein. If you drink coffee or tea in the morning, you'll want to wait 20 minutes before or after you have your coffee or tea to have your Immunocal so that it will absorb into your system properly. Thank you so much. Bye now.